praying for that daughter. It's funny, I heard it said a number of times. I know he's going to start talking about his kid, but every time I'm like, God, after all that stuff, after throwing the jizz, we're talking about your baby girl. Oh, all right, we're going to keep this thing moving. Your next comedian is one of my favorites, and all of them. All right. Cracking themselves up over there. I'm going to give it up for your next comedian, Andre Rodriguez.
How you guys doing?
All right.
Yeah, you have a good time? Yeah, man, let's go. Hey, bro. How you doing? It's all right. You guys, wow, you guys are really drinking tonight. It's messed up. You guys get fucked up tonight?
Cheers.
Yeah? Hell yeah, dude. I can't do it like that no more. Yeah. I can't. You ever get so drunk, you go to the bathroom and you throw up, take off all your clothes, come out of the bathroom and you realize you're not at home? I had to stop drinking like that, man. You can't really like shimmy to the dance floor after that, you know what I'm saying? Twerking's out the question, that's all I'm saying, you know what I mean? I had to come back and smoking weed too, man. I was smoking weed. Look, I was smoking weed. I knew I had to come back because I was on YouTube. I was watching these two Korean guys and they were talking perfect Spanish. I thought I learned Korean. I was like, ¿Cómo está? You know what I'm saying? That shit was real inappropriate. You know? But I was at home, fucking, right? Yeah. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Woo!
Yeah, right on. You down here escaping warrants? Yeah. That's cool, man. It's cool, man. I left New York a while ago. I joined the military. I was in the military for like 16 years. Thank you for not giving a fuck. They're like, yes, so? But are you a citizen? Yes, I'm a citizen. We got any vets in here?
Sherry.
Yeah. Right on, man. That shit was scary. What were you doing, my friend?
Army,
Army?
23 years.
23 years, my man. What'd you do?
I was in the infantry or
You
whatever.
couldn't even fucking remember. What if? You're like, shit, bullets. No, that's dope. Me too. I was a medic. You ever get pissed off? People start asking you a lot of questions about when you're in?
All the time.
Yeah, right? It sucks, right? That's when I have fun with people, though. This lady was like, oh my God, you're in the Army? I was like, yeah. She goes, what did you do? I was like, I was a medic in the Army. She goes, oh my God. Did you ever see anybody die? I was like, yeah, as a medic, I saw people die. She goes, I'm so sorry you went through that. And I said, please don't be. I got their medication wrong. They try to say it was murder, like it was an accident, you know what I'm saying? It's bad, man. But it's cool, man. I got out. Got out. Moved to Savannah after that, man. I get a lot of dead people there anyway. I moved here, and when I first got here, I had a roommate. She was different. You ever been in a roommate situation where you're in the room and you look at them and you're like, one of us is gonna fucking die? Yeah, and look, she's like, oh yes, we buried that fuck. You look like you kill people. No. But this is how I knew it was over. Like, I knew I had to move out. I woke up in the morning and I was saluting the flag. You know what I'm saying? Just standing at attention.
Yeah.
Man, you look confused. My dick was hard. She was like, you were pledging allegiance? No, I got up and I was on my way to the bathroom from my bedroom, and I opened the door and my roommate is standing there, you know? And she looked at me and she goes, what are you gonna do with that? Right? And I was like, Mom, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't shimmy to the dance floor after this. I'm just kidding, man. My mom actually passed away in 2002. She would have loved that joke, you know what I mean? When my mom passed away, we were so upset she didn't take my grandmother with her. People in your family said, my grandmother was a bitch. Embrace it. You know what's funny is that when my mom passed away, I actually found out that I have kind of like a connection to the other side. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody had, what the fuck was that for? She's like, oh my God, he talked to spirits. No, seriously, and I found out I kind of had a connection to that. Okay, so my mom passed away, I went home, right? And you know when you're in that state between sleep and awake, you know what I mean? And my mom came down to me and she said, hey, it's okay, I'm with a lot of good people, you know? And that really touched my heart. But like, after I found out I had this connection, it kind of happened again, you know? But the results, you know, like, it's really nice when you tell people that you see things. However, they don't always turn out the way you think. You know what I mean? Like, I walked into a room one time and I swear to you, I saw a fetus, you know, and I saw this lady and I was like, oh my God, you're pregnant. And she was like, no, I'm not. I was like, do you have a twin? She was like, no. I said, bitch, you're pregnant. The next day she came up to me and she was like, oh my God, you were right, you know? And I said, oh, that's great. And she goes, I talked about it with my husband, and we're getting rid of that little fuck. I'm like, that's not what I told you, you know what I mean? And she's like, we have careers. I am originally from New York, and I'm lucky enough when doing this, I get to go and see a lot of stuff. I go back to New York frequently, and something weird always happens when I'm there, you know. I ended up, so the last time I went home, I was on my way to my sister's house. And it was trash day. So you know when if you know anything about New York, when it's trash day, this trash is just big mounds of trash, right, all over the place. And I was walking around this big mound of trash, and this dude jumped out the trash and went, ah! Like that. I jumped out, I was scared. I was like, what the fuck? And he goes, I'm scared, give me $1. I was like, I'm not giving you a fucking $1. He said, give me $1, I'll touch you. So I gave him $1. It was scary as hell, man. It just sucks, dude. Yeah, man, I'm an older guy now. You know, I can't be scared like that. It's crazy. I was around when edible underwear came out. I couldn't afford them though, so I made them out of fruit roll-ups. I told my girlfriend at the time, I was like, hey girl, you're gonna be wearing these today? She was like, yeah. You know what I mean? She came home from work and I was like, honey, not all day. You know what I mean? That's an entirely different flavor, you know what I mean? Nobody asked for Pussy Pops, you know what I mean? That's like a Pringles can. Try these Pussy Pops. Yeah. I'll write that down. I'm gonna do that. But I did. It's 52 is hard, man. 52 is hard, especially if you're single. Anybody in their 50s is gonna know. When you hit 50, that's when shit starts falling apart. You know what I mean? Like, and people in their 50s, you know, if you're still single in your 50s, there's a reason for it. Either, you know, people out there, but they're either in long-term relationships or they're fucking insane. Yeah, I know I'm one of them. You know, it's just weird, man. I was started looking for ways to meet people. You know what I mean? I was looking at dating sites, and I got on this one site called FetLife. Anybody know what that is? FetLife? No? Okay. I'm going to explain it to you. Obviously, you're all prudes. FetLife is a BDSM website, right? And if you don't know what that is, that's when two people on the website like each other, they'll meet and smack the shit out of each other. some reason. You know what I mean? And I, I didn't know. I had no idea. They give you this test to see how kinky you are. You know what I'm saying? I found out that I am the most boring motherfucker on that side. I had to look up what LTR is. Does anybody know what LTR is? It's long-term relationship. I thought it was Lord of the Rings. I was like, I'll dress up like Gandalf for an hour. I'm lonely. Yeah, I'm Guardian of this Leviosa. It's bad, man. It's bad. Yeah, you got a lot of couples in the audience? Yeah, oh, look, he whistling. Look, that means that shit just started. How long you guys been together?
Married for just over a year.
Married to see, it's new. That's nice. Come on, that's great. Let me ask you a question. How long after y'all started dating did you start farting in front of each other? See that? She said the first day. That's a whole. Come on, baby, the doors are open. Come on, let's bring on the heat. All right, my name's Andre Rodriguez. Thank you so much, guys. Good night.
One more time for Andre Rodriguez.